Hey everyone, Keith Carson here. Just want to keep you updated. We got a tornado warning just moving, kind of clipping into far southern New Hampshire, and also some other storms to watch out there. This is the one that we're really concerned about, and obviously we realize this is the North Shore of Massachusetts, but these are the kind of storms that will be rotating through here later this afternoon that we do have to keep an eye on along the warm front. So this one is going probably towards the Salisbury Beach area, maybe just into Seabrook, New Hampshire, and to the south and east of Hampton, New Hampshire. If we take a look at the velocity here, they have warned this for the possibility of a tornado, and I'm just trying to see if we can get a good scan on it. It's kind of in between radar sites here a little bit, but it does have, looks like a little couplet in there that we talked about a couple of days ago, this couplet aspect to tornadoes that we don't tend to see too many tornadoes here, right? But when we usually notice them first is radar indicated, and that's what this is. There is nothing confirmed as far as I know on the ground here, but we're looking at this area right here as a possible area of rotation within the storm, and that is moving off to the north and east. So again, that cell is the most dangerous cell around, and if we look at that, and again, if you were with us, Liam, when were the severe storms there? Was that Monday? I believe it was Monday. If you were with us with our severe storms on Monday, same look here, right? We've got that hook look to it. It doesn't always mean it's a tornado, but it does indicate the possibility that we have one. And they like to sit right here on the south side of it. The storm hooks around, get your area of hail and heavy rainfall back here, and then the tornado moves with the actual cell off to the east, northeast in this case. All right, let's scan out and see what else is going on closer to our kind of near-term viewing area. And again, these storms back here, you know, we kind of mucked up the atmosphere, if you will, earlier in the day with all those showers, and so some of our instability has been diminished by those showers that came through early in the day. And I remember this as a kid, as a young weather weenie, we had this problem. If you got rain in the morning, it was hard pressed to destabilize the atmosphere later. That being said, and I'm getting to something here, it doesn't take much because we're near the warm front, and along that warm front is where we can spin up these tornadoes relatively easily, and so the front is somewhere in here. And so these storms out ahead of it are in a danger zone even as they come out of New Hampshire and they come into the southern part of Maine. Nothing jumps out at me right now. We'll check the velocity scan here. But these are the kind of storms that can pretty easily just start spinning, just start producing a little couplet. So even though they're not supercellular in nature, they're more shower thunderstorm activity, they can still produce some tornadoes if things spin out right. So we'll look back to the west as well, where we had a couple of tornado warned systems across New York State. So this gap in here across the lakes region of New Hampshire right now is worth watching and seeing if any more cells develop. If they do, they'll be moving into a very favorable environment here later this afternoon to produce that low-level shear, low-level spin, and ultimately perhaps a weak tornado. So again, this is the only tornado warned cell in the state. Let's shorten up that loop a little bit here and show you the last 30 minutes. And it is moving just into the southern part of New Hampshire. And again, drop the radar coverage and move it over to sweeping, and here we go. There's that hook look to it. Tornadoes like to sit on the south side of that storm right here, and then again you get your hook back in here. That's your area of hail and heavy rainfall. So that's the structure that we'll be watching today, and I do not see any here, but I will tell you this, that I wasn't really that concerned about this cell until it started rotating. So there is a lot of available spin in the atmosphere at the low levels to keep an eye on. So we'll dump out for now, we'll come back, but again, let's watch this zone right back to the west in here, which is along and north of the warm front, but there's some clearing in there. So if we can get a cell or two in here, then we'll be watching them move through into Maine, and they could have the same problems with some low-level shear and the possibility of a tornado. So we'll keep an eye on that cell down across southern New Hampshire, see if anything comes of that as far as actual reports from the ground, and we'll keep you updated because, again, the atmosphere is just just juiced enough today.